Well, what's up, culture makers? We are so glad to see you here, to spend time with you. We always love this time where we just get to chat with you. My name's Riley.
I'm Ariana.
Is that bad? I definitely just smacked my microphone. No big deal. It will never happen again. And we are going to talk about culture. On this show, we're going to talk about Jake Paul and his many fighting, I was trying to think of an adjective there, fiascos, I don't know. And we're going to talk about Billie Eilish turning 20.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Billie Eilish. And Mr. Beast's creator games, all in this show, so get ready.
Let's do it.
As we go into it. Again, before we go into the sports thing, we just need to pause and take a moment and recognize that we feel like every time sports is going on, it's us talking.
We
know
care,
nothing. Yeah.
But like the passion's there, but like the details are not like always there.
Or the deep understanding of the function of the sport is
like,
also
we
not
respect
there.
it. So like Jake Paul knocked out Tyron Woodley.
He knocked out Tyron Woodley? Are you kidding me?
Knocked him out. I watched a clip of it and I was like,
oh, you did?
Wow, why do we watch people fighting? But that's just like my personal, I know people are really into it.
Yes.
And that was a big deal. That, like, I feel like he keeps winning fights and people keep saying, like, this guy's a jokester, he's not gonna win.
It's not real, it was rigged, or he's a YouTuber,
but
it's
he keeps doing it.
But he's kind of doing it. I feel like he's kind of earning some credit in the fighting world, if we have anything to say for it. And he's already called out a whole bunch of other fighters. I could name them to you, but we don't know them. And they say that he kind of deserves to call out those fighters because he got that win. So, like, he's kind of in the same playing field as some of the other fighters. So, good for you,
That's
Jake
something
Paul.
new that I've noticed is that, like, when they win, it's like, okay, who's next? I'm gonna fight you.
That is weird.
Is kind of like, I mean, that's some intimidating energy.
It really is.
I don't know. I feel like if you like have a win, you should just be like, okay, guys,
good game.
Good job. We did it. Moving on. But no, they're like ready. They're hungry. They're ready to keep fighting.
Moving on. Billie Eilish just turned 20.
Yeah. 20. Entering into her 20s.
Yeah, come on. I love Billie Eilish. I just really think she's almost like the Madonna or like Lady Gaga. Like, she just kind of like does her own thing and doesn't really care, and it always works. And like, as I've followed her, like, every single album she's done has been a different vibe completely and a different, like, almost like version of herself. And I just love that. So, big fan.
I feel like your 20s, too, for her will probably be like brand new music.
Yes.
Kind of discovering, like,
she gets more mature.
Yeah. I think it'll be really cool to see what she does with her career, and I'm excited to listen.
It's also like crazy to think how young she is and how much like influence she has. She was, I think, 16 whenever she like first like went big and like viral and like all the things, and so to like have that kind of influence from 16 to 20 is really cool, but also a huge like responsibility. I feel like
the future is bright.
The future is bright.
Go get
Billie.
After your 20s. Whoa!
Yes, if you're watching, Billie, since you are watching, you always are watching, Culture Makers, we love you and we wish you a big happy birthday. Moving on, Mr. Beast creator games.
Okay, Mr. Beast.
Have you ever watched Mr. Beast?
Nope.
Oh.
Okay. But I'm excited to talk about it.
Yes, Mr. Beast is so just 10 out of 10 quality YouTuber. I love him.
Maybe check him out.
Well, so there's like, it's like really cool what he does. If you're not familiar with Mr. Beast, because you might live under a rock, because he's got like a ton of subscribers.
I don't live under a rock.
You don't live under
awkward.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward. He is almost like a philanthropist,
cool.
but in a unique, entertaining way. So all of his YouTube videos, or a large amount of his YouTube videos, are about giving money away, like lots of money away, like $10,000 to like $1 million away.
Wow.
Just like,
who does he give the money to?
his subscribers. So every once in a while he does videos that aren't like giving away to subscribers. And so the video that he just released is creator games, where he took a lot of basically any of the YouTubers that said yes, of the top YouTubers. So like have the most subscribers no matter what they do. Like whether it's like gaming or like there's one girl who does like tutorials and stuff like that. So he picks the top ones and he brings them into like, well, this time it's into an arena, and they have to like do all of these challenges to make, it's a 2-video like series, to make the 10 spots and to compete to win, I think it's $1 million to give away to their subscribers.
That is so cool.
It is so cool. It's really cool. If you're a big YouTube like junkie like me, like I love YouTube and I like love the YouTube like space, you get to see some of like your favorite creators like battling for money, and it's really fun.
Like, I want to hear like who's a big fan.
Yes, and who doesn't know about Mr. Beast.
If you also didn't hear about Mr. Beast till just now, please let me know.
Throw a heart in the comment section.
Kind of leads us right into one of the questions that we got.
Yes, because we are about to do our student questions, which this is our favorite part of the show. Leave questions in the comment section if you want your question answered in future Culture Makers.
Yes.
Take it away.
The first question that we got is from Dylan. So Dylan asked us, why do we exchange gifts on Christmas if the day isn't even about us? Which is such a valid question. Yeah. Especially when you're thinking through how people get like so wrapped up and consumed in shopping and getting like the best presents. And even I feel like on Christmas, like my Instagram and like my social media sometimes just feels like people kind of bragging about like what Christmas gifts they got. And it's like, wait, why do we even do this? Right. So what are your thoughts on why?
I think it's that same vein of just generosity, because as Christ followers, some of the best ways that we can display like Jesus's love is through like the attributes and the characteristics of Jesus. And one of those things was Jesus was generous, and God gives everything to us. And so it's our opportunity to steward it well and to give back. And so Christmas is just a way that we can give back to our friends and show some love and appreciation and celebration for the relationships that God has given us. And I think it's totally okay and actually like welcomed and celebrated to give gifts on Christmas Day or to receive gifts on Christmas. But for you, if you're somebody who's like, this year, I don't want to receive gifts, like, I don't want it to be about me, you know, whatever. I've heard of people doing like, instead of giving me a gift for Christmas, can we all schedule a day where we go serve the local food bank?
Ooh, that'd be really cool.
Could you give to this cause that I feel passionate about? And that's a good way to kind of like flip it and change it to where it's not about you and focus it on others. But I think it's totally okay, and like I said, celebrated to give gifts. Yeah, it's just generous.
I love like thinking of something really unique. It doesn't even have to be like something huge, but that my friends or my family member will really find meaningful. I think that's another way we can like love other people well through gift giving. It's also like a love language too.
Oh yeah. Like I
cool.
I feel like my love language in giving, so not receiving, is gifts. I love giving gifts. Awesome. I love every part of the experience. I love like planning out what I'm gonna give. I love wrapping the gifts. I'm a big passionate rapper.
Are you like really good at wrapping gifts?
Yes. And every year I do like a theme. So like this year my theme is like navy, silver, and white. But last year's my theme was like white and black. And then the year before that was like craft paper, and I like wrote on it.
You guys, I'm blown away. I want to see this. I want to see you.
I'll send you pictures. I have lots of wrapping
knowledge.
Knowledge.
That's awesome.
I need to keep you around. You help like fill in. I think this is the third time on this episode that she's filled in a blank for me. Thank you.
Hey, I got your back.
Wow, love that.
Yeah.
Aw. So yes. Right. We just had a moment on camera. I love that for us.
I know.
Aww, friendship.
Okay, so our next question, a disciple of Christ. Oh, wow. That is a really cool YouTube name.
Yeah, come on.
How did you score that YouTube name? Okay, cool.
No kidding.
A disciple of Christ is asking us, how do you get rid of insecurities?
That is a good question.
I feel like everybody has something that they're insecure about or that they're unsure about. I think sometimes it's like physical stuff, or other things that we like lack confidence in, but I think everybody has something, which really is reassuring to me to keep in mind as I kind of navigate through my insecurities and the things that I need to ask God for confidence. My ultimate advice for this one is like finding my confidence in God and who I know He's created me to be. And that doesn't mean for me that like every situation that I enter into, I feel like, yes, I've got this. I'm never going to mess up or make a mistake. Probably the opposite. Like I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes, but I know that because of how God's wired me and who He's called me to be, that through Him, I can be strong in myself and confident.
Yeah, so good. Yeah. I think the biggest thing with insecurities is, to acknowledge and know that you're not alone, and that I don't know a single person on this earth that hasn't struggled with an insecurity in some form, whether it is about their physical appearance or it is about their performance, or maybe one of your insecurities is like the way you look and you're scrolling through social media and you're like, oh man, all these people are so beautiful and I don't feel like I compare. But reminding yourself like that those people on your phone that you're scrolling through, they struggle with their own insecurities and maybe they don't think that they look beautiful. And so just reminding yourself you're not alone and you're not the only one that feels that way. And then reminding yourself, God created you a beautiful, unique masterpiece. And that's the same for everybody. Like God created everybody that way. And so reminding yourself, of God's truth and his confidence that He's given you and walking in that. And then I think a big thing, if one of the insecurities you struggle with is performance, I think that's usually where I struggle the most with insecurity, is like something specific that I don't feel like I can do well. Something that's helped me is taking like the leap of faith, as you will, of like just doing it. Because usually the first time is the hardest. So if you have like stage fright and you're insecure about like how you communicate on stage, like just do it. Like just get up there at your school concert and just do it. And I promise you it'll actually be less scary than you probably like told yourself in your head. If you have an insecurity of making friends, just go up and do it. Because once you do it, it's kind of like defeating the giant, right? In your mind of like, okay, I did it one time, so that means I can do it again.
And a lot of the time, I feel like with those fears or insecurities, like the couple of examples you mentioned, like walking up to somebody and it's kind of scary, but starting a conversation with them and making a friend, even though you're like, oh, what am I going to talk to them about? That's how you connect with other people. Like they're probably feeling something similar, or everybody wants those connections with other people, or everybody is, just insecure about something. So you'll probably make a friend through the process. Yeah,
that's so good. Like leaning on other people and letting other people like speak into your life in that specific area, being vulnerable with people and sharing that insecurity could be a great way to help you conquer it. Well, that wraps up this week's Culture Makers. But we are about to stumble upon Christmas.
So excited. I love Christmas so much.
Love Christmas. So it's been Christmas season, but then like actual Christmas Day, we celebrate Jesus' birth, and like you get to be with family, unwrap presents, eat
it's just
food.
Cozy.
It's cozy.
It's like a cozy day.
You're in your pajamas probably. Like Christmas Day, I do not get out of my pajamas.
Right.
So I am so excited. I'm so excited for you to experience Christmas.
I want to know what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Like do you wear Christmas pajamas?
Yes.
Like,
what are you
your favorite
doing?
Parts of the day? Like,
yes.
I want to know.
Love that. Yeah. And next week on Culture Makers, a little teaser, we're going to be talking all things Christmas.
Woo-hoo.
So we'll see you back next week.